Let's start this episode with the quick cheers.
Look at that.
I did a 13-hour sesh. We're all car freaks.
Lagunas.
Put him on there.
My boy Smiley.
Yeah, buddy.
What's up, everybody? So we're back. This is our first official episode.
Let's go.
And that's right. And tonight we got our boy, Andrew, a.k.a. Smiley from Smiley Empire Tire and Wheel in Temecula, California.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, buddy. Woo!
Let's
Get her done.
That's right.
Yeah. So, why don't you tell us first of all about a little bit about your business, and then where we can find you on social media, and just your address.
Cool. All right, so I'm located out there in 27610 Commerce Center Drive, Smiley's Empire Tire Wheels, Unit 101 out here in Temecula, California. Taking over the world one tire at a time, baby. Let's get it done. Yeah, buddy.
Where we do the same and exact thing. Say it again.
Oh, we do the exact same things that big companies do at a way cheaper and affordable price. Don't forget it.
That's right.
That's
here.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you know what? Let's start this episode with the quick cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, snap. Hold on. Let me
Smiley, you're our first guest, bro. It's an
get it
honor to
done.
have you.
Thank you for coming.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
Fellas, let's
That's
get it
right.
done.
A lot of people ask me where I got my wheels, and this is the guy where I got my wheels. Wheels and tires. He takes care of all my tires for all my cars. And obviously, you got the wells, and you got the wells like that. 2-day
Let's get it, baby.
turnaround. That's
Let's
right.
get it. That's how we do. We like to take care of everybody. You know what I mean? Best we can. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Customer satisfaction.
You
Let's
can't
get it
please
done.
everybody, but you can please most.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right.
That's right, man.
Yeah. So how do you feel?
I feel good. You know, it's our second podcast. Got our first guest.
Yep.
You know, so I feel good. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Nice.
It's an honor to have someone like Smiley.
Let's do
That's
it.
right,
Thank you,
guys.
You know, we're both here located in Temecula. I try to, refer as many people as I can to him.
Yeah, let's
I
get
just
it.
got a call from, I don't know if you know who Frank is,
Frank.
but they said he had a camera, says you referred him over.
Man, I got like 15
That's what I was
Franks.
saying, bro. I was like, I don't know. But that's what it's all about here. You know, that's what we're trying to do with this episode or this podcast. It's just
Exactly.
network, support each other.
That's
and,
right.
Exactly. The
you know,
community, you know what
Exactly,
I mean?
bro. That's what it's about. So, let's start off with the question we asked everybody. What got you into cars, bro?
Yeah.
What got me into cars, you know what my dad did? Like growing up, we've always been a car freak, you know what I mean? Like I've always had like five, you know what? This is something funny. And this is personal, but I'm going to share it out. So when I was a kid, we didn't have money, you know what I mean? So whatever gift I would get for cars, little Hot Wheels, I would treasure them. And my family, if you guys are watching, you guys know. I used to have, like, you know how everybody has the pocket listing right here? Yeah. I used to have a little shopping bag tied with all my little cars just walking around. Yeah, I'm serious, bro.
That's crazy.
Right here, just walking around, and my kids, or not my kids, my family members would be like, "What you stay with you?" I don't know if I can say that word.
You can say anything.
Okay, cool. All right, let's get her done.
That's right.
And but other than that, I've always been a car freak. Me and my dad have always been car freaks. You know what I mean? To this day, I'm a car guy till I die.
That's right.
That's crazy.
That's right.
That's dope.
You guys think I got a lot of cars? My boy tells me move out the way because here I come.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
That's right. He's got one of everything, so you can't tell him anything about this car sucks, that car sucks, that brand sucks. Nope, you got them all.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, all tagged up and everything. 18 cars.
Damn.
18 cars.
Shot.
All insured and everything. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
right. Got to pay
Out
insurance,
here in the
gas.
background, we got number one. You know what I mean?
That's what I was
This is my
going
baby
to
right
say.
here.
We have one right here, one of your cars. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. So this one right here originally was my grandpa's. It's a hand-me-down. So this car means the world to me. So it was my grandpa's, then my dad's, then mine, and now since my daughter was first born, I'm gonna hand it down to her. You know what I mean? And she knows that. And when my daughter was born, I put her on the hood, which we will reveal and show you guys a picture soon.
That's right.
Just to remind me that car is for her. You know what I mean? My son, he came in. You know what I mean? I got him a Nissan 350Z, which has an LS3 motor in it, and I'm building it as we go. That car, it's an animal. You know what I mean? You guys will see it on the streets. You'll see it pretty soon.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somewhere.
One of those
That's
right here. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Signature poster.
That's right.
You'll see one of those. But other than that, you know what I mean? Just all kinds of whips. I've always been a car fanatic. I don't judge on nobody's cars. It was just everything. BMWs, Mercedes, Audis, Hondas, Toyotas. You know what I mean? I love Hondas. I love Ford. I love Chevy. You know what I mean? There is no Ford, Chevy. You know what I mean? Every single one. I love them all. I'm a car fanatic.
Yeah. So did your grandpa buy this car brand new?
He, you know what? He's had it way before I was born. So there was a lot. There's lots of people that tell me different types of stories. My grandpa, he was one of those that I'll trade you for this, I'll trade you for that. You know what I mean? As far as I know, he bought it brand new. This car actually had 4 engines. Sorry about that. First engine, it didn't look nothing nowhere near what it has right now. First engine was a 302 with a 3-speed automatic. Second engine, when I got it in high school, I was just smashing on it, just, bored out, put a 4-barrel carburetor because my dad and my grandpa, they left it at stock because, believe it or not, from, Beaumont, where we used to live, or from LA, we used to drive all the way to Mexicali every single weekend. And no way see nothing listing. This was everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Wow. And then, when I started my business, or before I started my business, I put so that's the second one. And then the third motor was a 5.0 off of a Fox body, 7-Up edition. Back in the day, I didn't know what I had. So I had a 7-Up edition, and all you Fox buddy lovers, you know what I mean? I didn't know what I had, like I said.
Tell them about that story. You bought the 7-Up?
I bought that 7-Up edition just to take the motor out and the transmission. So I converted this into a 5-speed. And I put the 50 HO motor off of a Fox body, and I loved it. It was perfect. It was good. But now, when me owning my business, I decided to go big boy. You know what I mean? Coyote. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's
Coyote
right.
swap, and that's what it's in there as we speak right now.
For those of you that don't know what a 7-Up edition is, I'm gonna tell you a little bit. Hope I don't get it wrong. It's basically a 7-Up. It's because of the colors. White top, convertible, right?
Yep.
Notchback, right? And it's green at the bottom, right?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It's a very rare
edition.
car. White interior. It's a very rare car. But back in the day, we didn't know that. We just destroyed them. I thought buy one to get the motor out and just sold the rest of it.
Yep, that's it, man.
That's right. That's what we used to do. That's what he used to do. I didn't. But yeah, you know what I mean?
That's
now, fuck, we wish we had just the rolling chassis, right?
You know what I mean?
Dude, it's crazy.
When people ask me about it, you know, like, where'd you take that 5 motor off of it? I would show them the pictures, like, you got a 7-Up edition now. Like, oh, snap, I don't know what I had, you know.
But back in the day, everybody wanted the GT.
Exactly.
They didn't want the notchback.
Exactly.
The only notchback that they wanted was the CHP ones. And
that's a badass one,
that's
too.
That's a badass car. Yep.
If I can get my hands on one of those,
what was that one? It looked like black. And
it's a notch, but it's a CHP.
It's a hard top, but it's a CHP.
Oh,
they made it just for the CHP.
Yeah,
you can find them, but they're pretty pricey.
Just looking like a CHP look pretty badass, bro. You know what I mean? You lower it, and I would leave it as is.
Yeah. Hell yeah, with the lights and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's the story on the car. It's badass. It's a 5.0 swap, Coyote swap with a 6-speed manual.
Yes, sir.
It's a fast car. I wouldn't want to line up. I'm telling you that. I wouldn't do it, and I got,
She's an animal.
Hell yeah. It is. I've seen it on the freeway. I've heard it because we went to that one show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Over there in Ontario, right?
That's right. When we got 10 we all got tickets.
Jesus Christ. I mean, don't park in the red zone. Remember,
never do that.
Respect all that. Respect the laws, you know what I mean? That's what we do. We try to keep it in track, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But every once in a while, there's that little voice like, no, come on, you gotta, Jesus Christ. You already know that's for you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so.
Jesus Christ, you know what I mean?
So you're a car guy. What is your dream car?
Okay, so my dream car, it's a car that is hard to get. To me, a dream car isn't like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, because that you can go get it out of the lot, you know what I mean? You can go get it at a dealer. To me, my dream car, and if my kids are watching, this is what I want. I don't ask you for a house. I don't ask you for nothing. You know what I mean? And my kids know it too. It's the GT Shelby 500 Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. That's my dream car. Yes, sir.
67?
No, it's
67.
it's
a 7, isn't it?
No, 67. Yeah,
it's a 67. Yeah,
Eleanor.
Yeah,
and I had the opportunity to buy one. I had the opportunity, but it's either my business or the car. You know what I mean?
Business,
and it's a no-brainer. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I had to, It's either I drive a car or I eat. You know what I mean? And we gotta eat. We're hungry.
You see, there's a company making those out of carbon fiber.
I did see that, but those things are 300,000, man. Jesus Christ.
But it's badass.
It is. It's a sweet car. You know what I mean?
If I had the money, I would buy one.
Yeah, a buddy of mine had one in San Diego, and I was this close. I even drove all the way out there with another friend of mine to go look at it, and I had, I had the money in my pocket, and I'm like, yeah, I was there. I was like this close of getting it, but I'm like, Jesus Christ, I either invest in my business or do that.
Yeah,
and I was like, you
made the right choice.
My business
Cars will come around. They come around.
Yeah, they come around.
100%. Yeah. What about you, Josh? What is your dream car?
But growing up as a kid, what is the car that
Bro,
you're like,
you don't wanna know.
when I grow up, I'm gonna have that?
Bro, I wanted like, so I grew up in the Bay Area, so I see like the old school fucking Buicks and shit.
Okay.
With like 24-inch rims and shit.
Hey,
and like,
you know what? You know what's actually a clean ass ride, and I still to this day I'll get one any day. Grand National. Grand Nationals are badass,
yeah.
dog. You know what I mean?
Grand Nationals are
That
badass.
V6,
National
you know
or
what I mean?
Grand
Oh,
National
yeah.
X?
Yeah, the what is it?
The X.
Yes,
Grand
that's,
National.
those are
that's
clean.
rare.
And those are
They're
really popular
hard
out there
to
too,
find.
yeah.
Oh, you're
You know what I mean? And they
300,000.
boogie, bro. Whoever has them, they're pricey rides. You know what I mean? Everybody knows what they have nowadays. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But back then, nobody wanted them.
Exactly. Now it's like nowadays. You know what I mean? It's like
hard.
a notchback or Fox bodies, like we were talking about
We had them
earlier.
left and right.
That you could get one for like 1,500.
I
two
remember
Gs.
when you could
now
buy it for
they're going for
1,500.
10 grand,
I've had-
15 grand. Like
I've had two
Jesus.
GTs, 93s. The first one I paid 2,500. The second one I paid $5,000. I couldn't sell those things if I gave them away.
Oh no, man.
And now
right
you
now,
can't even
everybody,
touch
they're
them
like
for
scavenging,
12
bro.
grand.
Even and if you have one, parts are hard to get now.
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Or if some warehouse has it, you gotta wait like 2 or 3 months just to get a part. You know what I mean?
It's insane.
Yeah.
My dream car, I want a 93 Cobra. That's
There
what I
you go.
want. Teal
Nice.
green. But
Nice,
I can't
nice.
afford one. That's the thing. You know,
But the problem with a lot of these cars is even if you can afford them, the people that got them don't want to give them up.
Exactly.
They don't
You
want to
know
give
what
them
I
up.
mean?
Well, I've seen a few from back east, and it's a little hard to get cars from back east because of the weather.
Yeah.
You know, West Coast cars are a lot better because they're dry, they're not rusted, none of that. Back east is a little difficult, you know. So
Yeah.
can't buy one because I can't afford one, even if I wanted one.
And it's not only that; it's a rare one. So in the
rare.
Shelby world, me owning a Shelby, I got a 2013. But in the Shelby world, out of every 10 years, for example, the 1993 and the 1994, they did something special.
Yeah.
They did the Recaro seats. You know what I mean? In the 2003 and the 2004, it was a Terminator. You know what I mean? It was the fastest car production after the Hellcat came out. You know what I mean? And the 2013, which is what I got, and the 2014, they're rare because it has the 5.8. Sorry about that. 5.8 supercharged liter. You know what I mean?
Which is the same motor as a GT.
Yeah, but it's 5.8 because the GT is a 5.0. You know what I mean?
The Ford GT?
Yeah, the Ford GT is a
it's a
5.0. Yeah,
5.0. Okay.
5.0. And then that's like I said, the 13 and the 14 is because
right,
the
5.8.
Cobra off the 12 and the 11 has a 5.2 instead of a 5.8. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a huge
really
difference.
rare car is a 93 Cobra R.
Yeah, that's a hard one to find.
Right.
Bruh.
Very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah.
Can't afford it either. I could barely afford this thing right here. And it's already paid off.
We'll get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, so having a business in Temecula, like used tires, how is the business out there? Was it
It's good.
accepted
Can't
or was it
complain.
hard?
You know, at first when I barely started it, me and my dad started it actually.
Yeah.
You know, my dad would run the front. I would stay in the back. I would do all the stuff.
Yeah.
It's tough. You know what I mean? It's really tough. You know, dipping your feet in the water. It's stressful. You know, getting the word out and stuff like that. But people start word of mouth. It's strong. Word of mouth is super strong. It's more than social media. It's like that, like letting people know about you and stuff like that.
Just taking care of the customer.
It's pretty good. And you know what? Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. You can't please everybody. Sometimes when you guys are sitting in my lobby, we try to get you as fast as we can. And I'm the one who's working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes you have like 2 or 3 people and I'll go out there and apologize. Sorry, it's taking so long. You know what I mean? I'm out here working. You know what I mean? But it's tough. Owning a business, it is tough. It's scary sometimes and it's stressful too.
Very stressful.
You know, sleepless nights. It's not for everybody. You know what I mean? It's crazy because I have a stepbrother. And if you're listening, we were just talking about this yesterday. He trains dogs. You know what I mean? Like a dog whisperer. Yeah,
Like Caesar.
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Caesar?
Oh, that's your
Exactly. Yeah.
stepbrother?
No.
This guy. He
Junior,
kind of looking like
he has his business and he was telling me that, you know, something personal, but he won't mind, you know what I mean? He was stressed out, you know, he has a newborn and stuff like that and he's not used to it, you know?
It's tough.
It's tough. Owning a business is tough. I'm not gonna lie.
not
You know what I
easy.
mean? Sleepless nights is not for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
But anybody can do it though. You will never know until you jump in the water. You know, that's an advice that I got from one of my friends. And then
And working for yourself, there's nothing better. That is the American dream.
It is,
Working
it
for
is, it
yourself,
is.
you don't have to answer to anybody. right?
It is.
But you also have to like put in the work day and night.
No, but you know what? Also, working for somebody is not that bad. Also, you know what I mean. For those of you that you guys are working for somebody for something like that, just tell them straight out how you feel, because I've been in that position. I was running the front of the shop, and I was running the back like for a long time. And I told him, "Hey, could I get a raise? Could I get a raise?" And he didn't give me a raise. You know what I mean? And I'm so happy he didn't, because of the fact that made me jump into the water, and do my own thing. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
And me and my dad, being not having anything, you know, my dad's the one that you know, like my mentor, you know, telling me like, hey, you know what, do it. Hey, just do it. You know what I mean? I got your back and stuff like that. And that's how we started, about me and my pops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy that we found it. Who knew you could find a business on Craigslist or OfferUp? You know what I mean? They're posting it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how you buy your business.
Yeah. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
That's
Who
wild.
knew? You know, it's not like a piece of property or a car that you're selling, or you know what I mean, or a little house or a product or whatever. It's there. You actually could find businesses like that. You know?
Yeah.
Some people just get tired of it and stuff like that. But you know, like I said, it's not for everybody. But even if you're a worker and you guys are good, hey, by all means, you know what I mean? Get her done. We're hungry.
for sure.
We're all hungry, you know?
For sure.
And I feel like that's cool that you say that as a business owner, that it's cool to have a job and work, because I feel like social media nowadays makes people feel like, oh no, you gotta be an entrepreneur, you gotta like be bro. If you have a good job and a career, that's awesome. Like as a man, you should be working, you should be providing for yourself, your family, your loved ones if you have one. There's nothing wrong with having a job.
Exactly.
But a lot of times, especially my generation, bro, on social media, they just try to make it seem like it's a bad thing to have a job.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
It ain't a bad thing.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you, because like I have a job. It ain't bad. But goddamn, there's some hard days sometimes, you know? Sometimes you gotta shut up. And you guys know me, I don't shut up. But sometimes I gotta shut up. It's difficult, but also like it's a security blanket, because you know the bitch is gonna be right there.
Exactly.
That's right. When you just
See,
when you run
that's
your own
the problem.
business,
It's not there.
you don't know where the next dollar's gonna come from.
Exactly. So that's the one thing, you know what I mean? Some days, you know, you wake up early in the morning and you're like, man, you know, I own the business. Why should I be there? That's not the whole point. You know what I mean?
No, you have to be there.
And you have to be there. You have to show people, you know what I mean? And we treat everybody the same, you know what I mean? Nobody's higher than the other. That's the way it is. Me, that I've owned my business for a while now, when I go in my shop, sometimes there'll be days that I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to get up, but I got to, you know what I mean? Hey, you got to remember, hey, you got an electricity bill. They're not going to be like, you know, we'll wait for you, Smiley. It's all good. What? You're smiling? No, don't even worry about it, Smiley. You know what I mean? We'll keep the light on for you the next month.
Sexiest man alive right here.
That's right.
Sexiest business owner in Temecula, California right there.
Sheesh. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. You just got to remember, you know what I mean? And then another thing, if you have kids, you know you have mouths to feed. So it's just one of those things. Bills never stop.
For sure.
But it's just like everything, you know what I mean? But other than that, we love in life, baby. God is good.
That's right. That's right.
God is good.
And just to like cut back a little, or touch back a little bit, as Hispanics, our fathers are the biggest inspiration in us. All three of us, all four of us, right?
Yeah.
Our dad. It's always gonna be our dad. No matter how fucked he was or none of that, it's our dad. We always look up to him. We want to be like him. We want to make him proud. We want his approval.
Exactly.
I got a question for you, bro, because you know, we're both in Temecula.
Okay.
You like 5 minutes away from here. So I think Jennifer was March, May. May is my 1 year like that I've been open 1 year.
Oh, nice.
So I just want to know, like, for you, how was your first year, and like what year did you start noticing, like, instead of just starting out, okay, now it's getting a little better.
That's
now
actually a
it's
good
booming,
question.
Now you have whatever, you know.
Yes, sir. That's actually a real good question, because of the fact that everybody has been in business for a very long time. It takes 3 years. The first year, you start getting your products, you know what I mean? And the second year, people start knowing where you're at. And the third year, like going to mid year, you know, you try pushing as much as you can. It takes 3 years. 3 years. After the fourth year, if you're not noticing, then you're in the wrong business. But you can't just give up. You have to push it, you know what I mean? Just remember, like, hey, you know, if this isn't for you, you would have known since year one, you know what I mean? But the second year, you start noticing, okay, hey, I lasted this long, you know what I mean? Me, in my situation, I was in debt like crazy. I got a loan. I didn't just, you know what I mean? I can't say, oh, you know what? My dad gave me the business or my grandpa gave me the business. No. We got ourselves into debt. We got ourselves a loan just like the way everybody else did. And starting a business like that, it's you can't just like, oh, you know what, I got like 10, 20 grand. No, nowadays it's like Jesus Christ, look, like at least like 70 to 80 grand to start a business. And it's tough, you know what I mean? Not only that, you got to remember you got bills to pay at home. And if you got car loans as well, that's tough, you know what I mean?
That's the toughest one.
It's super tough, you know what I mean?
Because it's overhead, that unnecessary overhead.
Yes.
See, he just dropped some wisdom right there. That's game. Game's supposed to be told, not sold. Take note. Write it down.
It's crazy because everyone, like, because I try to ask people that've been in business longer than I have, and everybody tells me, don't give up until year 4. Like, if year 4, you ain't doing shit, give up. Like, the first year, ain't gonna be shit. You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna feel down. It's gonna be slow. Second year, you're gonna realize, okay, it's like your learning year.
And there's a lot of stuff that comes with that too, brother. You know, for example, I'm only 37 years old, and you start getting like little things. Like, for example, I have gout. Gout, you're not supposed to get into like when you're like 60, bro. You know what I mean? I got gout attacks. It's just stressful like crazy. It's because and that's what people don't see. People in the beginning, that's what they think. Like, oh, you know what? This guy's lucky. Super lucky. Somebody gave him the business.
So they don't see the struggle.
And the struggle is real.
But it's real. So worth it.
I'm in year 1. The struggle is real, bro.
Before I had my shop, like I said, I had 3 jobs. I used to work for disabled American veterans out there in Pomona. So I would drive from San Jacinto to Pomona for the past 9 years. So I was from there from 7:30 to 3:30 in the afternoon. I was in charge of 6 drivers. And then I had taking care, like, it was sort of like a security job. Taking care of heavy equipment, making sure that nobody would jack the wires, the copper off of them.
Yeah.
And that was in Rancho Cucamonga it was some weird hours from 7 to 4. And me and my dad would do that. Me and my dad would switch off. My dad would be in the daytime and I would be there in the nighttime. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. There was some nights that it was foggy and stuff and you'd see me knocked out. You know what I mean?
Sleeping Mexican.
He's sleeping, you know what I mean? Sleeping in a job, you know what I mean? But it didn't happen all the time. I was, and then that was Monday to Friday, those 2 jobs. And then on Saturday and Sunday, I worked a job at a tire shop out there in Hemet. And that's where I knew the stuff. But I originally didn't want a tire shop. What I wanted was a smog shop. I really wanted a smog shop because I thought it was more easier. But I had this opportunity. I saw it and I was like, you know what, jump. And I went ahead and did it. You know what I mean?
But like that is the next business. Stay tuned.
Yes.
That's a good question to bring up. Everyone could answer that. If you had to choose a new business to start like tomorrow, what would you guys do?
You know what? There's so many things. There's so many things that I want. Honestly, what I originally wanted, what I really, really wanted to do since day one was a smog shop. You know what I mean? Because everybody has to smog their cars. Of course. Out here in California, you have to smog your cars. Not like the 70 Mustang. You can do anything about it. It's smog. It's smog. What is it called?
It's like
don't need it no more.
There's a name for it. I can't think of it right now. But a smog exempt. There you go. Smog exempt.
Dropping the big words tonight.
Jesus, I love it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm Mexican too. You know what I mean? Smart ass. Yeah. Let's get it done.
Smart ass.
So like I said,
that's right.
I've always wanted to do, I guess you could say that's the easy way, but every job is hard. The way I see it is owning a smog shop is, you know what I mean? You could pretty much run it yourself. On this one, my dad helped me out. He was there by my side, running the front. I was running the back. So that's where it is with the tire business. But other than that, you know what I mean?
Smart shop.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, let me touch on that real quick. You know what's crazy is if you go down the street here, you see 20 smart shops just on the street.
That's what I want to
do. And they're
at.
all doing great.
Yes.
So that lets you know that's a good business to get into.
So it's like the tire business. In my own street on Commerce,
that's right. Yeah.
There is 4 different tire shops. And you know what? I'm not the type, if you think with that mentality, like, oh, why did that do? You're not going to go nowhere.
Right,
remember,
right.
The sun shines for everybody, baby. The sun shines for everybody. It's like the detail business. You can't take care of everybody in Temecula and Marietta. There's no way.
You make calls every day.
Exactly. It's summer's coming up and you're going to be swamped. Right? You're going to need 2 or 3. And when you least know it, you're gonna need help. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, hey, you know what? Just call me up. Maybe if my shop is dead, I'm like, oh, fuck it. I guess we're gonna put in some cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just let me know what to do.
So you got Barney's like literally almost next door,
and
right?
we're super cool with them. You know what I mean?
And Barney's been there forever.
Yes, they were the first ones, and then after that was Best for Less, and we all
right.
communicate with each other.
Yeah.
They're great people. Best for Less is great people.
You can't do
know
them
what I mean?
all.
We're all you can't. Everybody, you know what I mean? They'll call me up and they're like, "Hey, Smiley, do you have this tire, or do you have time for this? Because we're swamped over here." I'm like, you know what? I'm swamped over here too, but let's get it done.
Yeah.
Let's get it. You know what I mean? Send them on over and we'll make it happen. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question about that, because like, do you feel like who you are as a person and your personality and how you treat people, like does that like drive customers your way versus like say the shop down the street or something?
No.
Or just
Everybody wants to go wherever they feel comfortable.
Right.
Like for example, perfect example. I've been going to Level Up. My boys Level Up. I just pull up. You know, you sit there. My boy Will, if you're looking at this, you just sit there and you feel comfortable because you know what you're doing. Level Up is barbershop. Barbershop. Yeah.
Okay.
You sit there and you feel comfortable, you know what I mean? You're in your own world. He knows what to do. You don't have to tell him what you're doing, you know what I mean? It's the same thing with my tire shop. You pull up and he's like, Smiley, you've done it before. You know what to do. Like, hey, you know what? People think that tires last more than a year. You know what? It all depends how you drive. And then your alignment and stuff like that, you know? Which Barney's help us out, you know what I mean? We're a team. Everybody's a team right there. We all get along. It's good.
You have to be that way.
Yeah.
It helps everybody.
Exactly.
It's better for everybody.
Like I said, the sun shines for everybody. You know what I mean? But if you start getting that jealousy and stuff like that, why are they filled with cars? Or how come they're all
Can't be worried about what other people are doing.
That's
You gotta worry about
you
yourself.
gotta worry about yourself.
That's
Exactly.
right.
You know what I
You're in
mean?
your own
Like I said, people
journey.
word of mouth, and if that person feels comfortable coming in your shop, he's gonna keep on coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another thing, right now that you told me about how long I'm in business and this and that, me owning a business, and they tell you, okay, there's two things. People have different opinions, but is it better? I get this question asked a lot. Is it better to get a new customer or to get a return customer?
Bro, we talked about that last time.
Yes.
Return customer.
A return
All day,
customer
always.
all the time because of the fact that he's going to keep on coming back. He's going to feel comfortable. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I had this customer. I actually have 3 customers that came from 8-9 hour drive.
No.
Yes. And that made me feel so good. I just gave it to him. I didn't charge him for no labor, nothing. I just paid for the tires, man. It feels so good. I can't remember their names because I'm so bad with names. I get like 30, 40 customers a day.
That's good.
And you're not always going to please them also.
No,
remember
sure
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
some clients aren't for you. Like they're
exactly.
Yeah.
This is the way I see it. Like, for example, I'm not talking bad on Yelp, not talking bad on Google Maps. You know what I mean? Like why there should be something that judges you. You know what I mean? Like there shouldn't be none of that. You know what I mean? Just it's like, for them, sometimes you can't even reply to that person.
Right.
I just leave it as is because you can't please everybody. You cannot please everybody.
For sure.
Sometimes the way I see it is first come, first serve. So if we're helping him out and there's another customer that he's been waiting there, and sometimes I'll try to give an estimate, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what, Smiley, how long is it gonna take? Okay, I'll try to give it like 45 to an hour, like, hey, give me like 45 minutes. You're more than welcome to leave your car. You're more than welcome to come back around that time. Or you could, you know, we got comfortable chairs. You know, we got the TV going on. We got the free water, unlimited high chews. You know what I mean?
We got the game system too.
We got we got the PS. I don't know. I changed so many game systems. I forget. It's either PS3, PS4, PS5.
Every time I go in there, I come up on a few high chews, bro. Every time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things that, you know, I try to distract you so that way you're just like, oh, is my car done?
Yeah.
There's actually a post out, you know, you guys will see it up pretty soon. There's a post where with the dude from Halloween, he's just standing there and seeing if his car's ready or whatever. You know what I mean?
You can't do
but
that.
We're trying the best we can. Like I said, you know, you can't please everybody. And the ones that stay there and wait, you know, and thank you guys for waiting and
for
stuff
sure.
like that. You know,
Much appreciated.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, back to the business. What would you start?
Me?
Yeah.
I already said it. Strip club.
Okay.
No, I think it'd be car related, you know.
Right.
Honestly, I like all other stuff like suspension works, you know, like airbags and stuff like that.
That'd be huge.
Car related stuff, you know.
Huge.
Something's gonna be longevity. Obviously, not needed, but it looks so good. You know, that's what I would start.
Right. I think that's cool. I don't think there's too many people out here to do like
You know what? While
like
we're
airbags.
asking all these questions, what about on another, like, what would you be? You know what I mean? And it's something so weird. My kids ask me this a lot. I'm gonna ask myself this question. If they, and it's
good
crazy
question.
because it has nothing to do with cars. If I were to do something else, I haven't done it yet because of the fact that I can't stand the heat. But I would like to be a chef.
A chef.
A chef, nothing to do with cars. Nothing to do with cars.
I'm
you
a
know what I mean?
foodie. I'm a foodie myself.
Yeah.
Hey,
I would love to.
pretty good,
you
bro.
know
I
what?
got some of your cooking.
And circling about again about the Yelp reviews, I've seen reviews on restaurants that are horrible.
Yeah.
And I go in and
they're
try
popping.
them, and they're great.
Exactly.
But I also
Yeah.
seen like great reviews.
And it's not.
They suck.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go on Yelp. I don't go based on Yelp.
Yeah, I know you
I
just
go
said you're
and
not
try
talking
it.
bad on Yelp.
You don't
Remember
want to
that.
talk
No,
bad
nothing
about
bad.
Yelp. I don't like Yelp.
Yeah.
I don't like Yelp.
You don't like Yelp. Okay.
I go and try
Everybody has a
myself.
personal opinion. I mean, like I said.
Yeah.
We're not talking about on Yelp.
I
You know
just
what I mean?
play. No,
People
Yelp,
from
you
Yelp
good. You
were
good.
good. You know what I mean? Like
Yelp,
I said.
you good. Just playing.
Honestly, the way I see it, you know, everybody wants, you know, a little bite of everything. Honestly, if you guys are going to be giving, why charge for that? Charge the bigger people, you know what I mean?
Right.
Why charge us, the smaller companies,
For sure.
to get a bad review? You
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, another thing, sorry about Yelp again. Another thing, if every single customer leaves a good review, how come they're not up there? You know what I mean?
You have a lot of
How come
non-recommended reviews.
And he's like, Smiley, did you see my review? And I was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And they left a long paragraph.
stroke, right?
But all the bad ones are there. How
For
come those
sure.
ones show up? You know what I mean? Like
You know
one
what?
star and
And
stuff like
speaking
that.
of reviews to our clients, man, like good reviews, like they make, you know, reviews make or break a lot of our businesses.
Yeah.
So we appreciate when you guys leave good reviews.
Exactly.
And if we messed up somehow, before you leave a bad review, come talk to us
Or let us know.
I'm
Exactly.
always more than willing to, you know, fix things if I can,
Yeah.
because a bad review is like taking like food away from our families.
Exactly. I got mouths to feed.
Think
you know what I mean?
3 times before you leave a bad review.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't think twice to leave a good review.
That's right.
So, all right. So, you know, we kind of all have something in common that's pretty, you know,
Pretty
it's
deep.
It's pretty deep. And I think it's crazy because it's just not something, you know, you run into a lot, but we've all
Exactly.
lost like our fathers, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, how has that affected you guys? I know it's a little bit personal, but you know, we're on this podcast, you know, talk about business, cars, everything, but we also do want to get a little bit more personal with
How we
it.
got here.
How we got here, a little bit about, you know, because, you know, our background and things we go through in our personal life affect our business like directly.
Yeah.
So, you know, just share a little bit about, you know, how it's affected you and
Okay. Me and my situation, well, just this past month, I lost my dad on the 13th. It's a big deal because of the fact that I'm my dad's only child, as far as I know of. You know what I mean? It's tough. You know what I mean? The day that I heard that I lost him on the 13th, when he took his last breath and stuff. That Sunday, I went to my boy and he created this masterpiece right here. And I
badass.
told him, you know, I wanted to do a no-hitter quitter. So we started at 9 in the morning and we didn't finish till 10:30 or 10:45 in the afternoon at night. I connected. So the week previous before that, it's crazy because you plan things and you don't know you can't predict the future. You get what I'm saying? So a week before that, I had, you know, scheduled to take my dad drifting, which I had right here. I dedicated that drift to him. And it's tough, you know what I mean? It's tough. You guys gotta, you know, give me a moment because it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? I just recently lost my pop, so it's like a big deal. You know what I mean?
It's very tough. Like I lost mine 3 years ago. It's a tough situation. I had a great relationship with Dad. He made me who I am. I'm a car guy because of him. It's a very, very difficult time. Till this day, it's very difficult when I talk about it, when I think about it. I don't even like to talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's
but
tough. It's tough,
It
man.
sucks. It sucks because you never you foresee it, you know, like, oh yeah, your parents are going to pass when they're old because of age.
And you think you're prepared for something
Yeah,
like that.
you're
You know
not.
what I mean?
You're not.
My
You're
dad's
not.
been fighting strokes
Nah.
for the past 4 years, you know what I mean?
You're not
But this
prepared.
last one, it was tough.
You'll
you know what I
never
mean?
be prepared.
Yeah,
Ever.
it's one of those
Ever.
things that you think. Me and my dad didn't have a father-son relationship. We had a more like a best friend. You know what I mean?
Damn,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
the one person I never lied to was my dad.
Ever.
Never,
No.
ever lied to my dad. I always told him straight out, and he would sit me straight up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'd get out of hand. He'd bend my ear like fucking almost Trinity or Coscoron and stuff like that. And you know what? We miss stuff like that. Stuff like that. You know what? It sets you right up. You know what I mean? It put me the man the way I am right now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, it made me tough. You know.
And I think that's why we connected so much, because like we had the same background. Like his dad was tough, but also like very fair. Mine was as well, and it just sucks that all you can remember is like what he used to tell you, and that's it. You
Exactly. You know, it's crazy when all this happens. You don't remember all the bad memories.
No.
You remember nothing but good memories. You know what I mean? Me and my dad used to be always on the road. Always. You know, he loved to go to Mexicali where my grandpa was at, and I remember every single Friday. You know, Friday getting out of school, my dad was already waiting for me outside. Like, hey, let's go already. You know, just backpack and everything, throw it in the trunk, and went in this car. We'd go out. You know what I mean? It's summertime. Being 115 out there, you can literally throw a piece of egg and it'll fry out there.
AC works.
No AC. Well, now
it does. It didn't have AC.
No. Back the only AC was rolled down your window. You know what I mean? Yeah, out there in Mexicali, if you guys know that area, Jesus Christ, man, you take a shower and as soon as you don't need a towel, you just walk out and like.
I know people that moved out of there because it's too hot.
Jesus, it's hot. It's hot, but you know, a lot of people love it, and my dad was one of those persons. He loved to be out there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it is what it is. You know what I mean? My dad has a piece of land out there. And you know, and I'm gonna fix it up for him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fix it up for him. It's in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. It's in a very ugly spot, but you know what?
Hey, it's not
my
ugly,
dad
though.
loved it. You know what I mean?
Because it was his, and he loved it.
Yeah, he loved it, and he worked. You know, my dad was one of those of a hardhead type too. Like he would never keep a steady job. If you get yelled at or whatever, you just walk out. You're like, man, you ain't gonna yell at me. Nope. And he lasted, I would say, like 8 or 9 years, you know, when I was a kid at AM, PM, just so he can pay for this piece of land. So being that said, I'm going to take care of this land and I'm going to fix it up for him. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Those are on the book. You know what I mean? He, you know, it's crazy because of the fact that he said he gave that piece of land to my daughter. And my daughter, you know, being the firstborn child, she gets everything, but my son gets some of it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he a boy, he can get it.
Yeah, he got it.
Yeah. Yeah,
well, my daughter, she's cool. You know, she'll share with her brother. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And you know, it's crazy being the fact that she's the oldest. You know, my daughter's like this height, and my son, for some reason, you know what I mean? That dude's like this tall and stuff.
He's younger,
you know what I mean? And he's only 13, and that guy, he's a
how old is your daughter?
My daughter's 16.
Okay, 16 and 13.
My daughter's 16. My son's 13. Yeah.
Nice. You got one of each.
Yeah, one of each.
Your daughter driving?
Yeah, she's driving. Oh man, well, so for her sweet 15, she got a Nissan 350Z. And
she drifting too?
No, that one I'm leaving at stock because she's crazy like her dad. You know what I mean?
It's a manual.
Manual. Yes, it had to be. You know what I mean? And for her sweet 16, she got a newer Civic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice.
But it's just one of those things that we don't like to show off and stuff. We keep it on the low and
that's right.
Get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we can get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I can do it, let's get it. You know what I mean? Why not?
That's right. That's right.
And my kids aren't the type that, you know, hey, dad, I want this, dad, I want that. They do it on their own, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like my daughter's a hustler like I was, you know what I mean? In school, you know, I used to try selling something or stuff like that. My daughter sells candy at school, you know? Dude. She's over there at school selling candy. Yes.
Bro, I used to do that.
She sells it all, you know what I mean?
That's right.
I'm telling you, you know what I mean?
That's right. The pica fresas.
Yes.
Everything, anyone who was selling Mexican candy in middle school, high school,
yes.
Y'all gonna be great entrepreneurs. Keep it up.
My daughter, you know what I mean, selling candy and stuff like that, and that's the way to do it, brother. She pays for her own gas, her own insurance and stuff like that, right? That's what I said. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. So it's a good thing. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I hope she has that mentality growing up. And you know what's crazy? Talking about kids, I ask them both. You know what I mean? What they want to be when they grow up, and there's little things like for example, my son. It's crazy. I don't know. I haven't asked him recently, but I asked him this like 4 times. You know, in his childhood. You know, now that he's a little bit older, now that he's a teenager. You know, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it's crazy because you would think he'd be a car freak. No, my son wants to be a cop. he wants to
shit.
be a cop, and I have to respect that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah, they have a tough job.
It's tough out there. Back in the day, it was good. I wish he'd be a fireman or something like that. Well, my biggest, as of every man, I wanted him to be a boxer. You know what I mean? Like one of the legends. But it is his choice. We have to respect his choice.
There's great boxers out in Mexicali.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So
that's dope.
Yeah. So I'm gonna respect that, and son, if you want to do it,
whatever
let's
they
get it
wanna
done.
be.
And you know what? He's a good artist, man. I told him, hey,
Really?
put that on some. Yeah, bro. He drew out my dad.
No.
I told him, like, put it on some skin. Let's
should
start
be
your
able to
business.
start
Yeah.
tattooing.
Don't get him into
And
shit.
he's like, nah, dad, I want to be a
That's
cop.
what-
So
so-
get it done.
I have a question kind of to that. You never told us what business you you never told us what you would do if you weren't into the car stuff.
I told you.
What would you do?
I'd be a strip club, baby.
No, that was the business you would start. Like, because he said he would want to be a chef.
I would like to be
His
a chef.
business was a swan.
So same thing.
chef.
Yes.
Crazy.
I'm a foodie. I love food. I love great food. I love to cook.
Do you cook?
I do not. I
So
I can't
it's just a
stand
dream.
the kitchen.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's crazy because you would think I could be out there hours watching like a show of Ramsay and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Chef or, I could be watching it and it's crazy because I'm like, wow, I wonder how that tastes. And you know what? I have irritable bowel syndrome, so I can't have everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, bro. Like, no spices, man. I'll be in there.
So like, I love to cook. I love to try new things. I love to try new recipes. And you always put your own spin to it, right?
Yeah.
So I always like look up, if I don't know how to make something, I'll look up 3, 4, 5 videos. And then I'll make my own like adjustments, right? I have my sister that she's a baker. So she'll make me anything and everything all the time, right? Yeah. So yeah, I love the kitchen. I love a big kitchen, big. I don't like the little kitchens and shit. I like a big kitchen.
Nice, that's badass.
But I love to cook.
So you'd be a chef too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
100%. I wouldn't work for Ramsay though. Fuck that guy.
I mean,
So let me ask you this, brother. You already asked us what we would want. What would you do besides the car scene? I mean, there's nothing wrong with
you know what? When I was like younger, like I'm 28 right now, so when I was like 18,
You little.
I'm still youngish, but I feel old as fuck, bro.
You're good. You know what I mean?
But you know,
look at you now, bro. 28, your own business,
right?
Right on.
it's
brother.
crazy because people say that, but I feel like I see like people that are a little bit younger. They already got their homes, already established. They got their careers, so it's different.
It's
You
a
know?
little
But
different.
the
It's a
road's
little
different for
different.
everybody.
The road is
brother.
different.
The road is different for everybody.
But I was actually in college, bro.
Oh, okay,
for a while,
Yeah.
and I was studying human behavior, like psychology. I've always been super interested in psychology.
Nice,
And
nice.
my dream job when I was going to school, I wanted to be like a forensic, like a psychologist. I wanted to do
Okay,
research,
right on,
study
right on.
criminals, all that shit.
Nice.
So that's what I was going to school for a long time. And then I realized I don't like to learn about something I don't like. So, when you're in school, you could have like a major you're going after, but you got to do math.
Exactly.
You got to do like some.
But you never know that you can do a full 360. You know what I mean?
Nah, school's not for me.
Yeah.
I just can't sit like through a class that I don't enjoy, bro. It's so hard for me to learn.
It's like
people are different.
So now that you said it right now that school's not for you, you know what I mean? Me, all my life, you know what I mean? I'm not. If it wasn't for C's and D's, I wouldn't have, you know what I mean, been where I was at. But like math, I hated math, you know what I mean? And it's math is one thing you're gonna use for the rest of your life.
Always.
You're always gonna deal with
bank account too
money.
low.
God damn, the world runs on math, bro. Math and science.
You need it, and it's very strong. And that's the reason why I tell my kids, like, hey, you know what, math, you're gonna need it for the rest of your life. Push it. Like, Dad, I hate math. Like, no, do it. You know what I mean? Do it. You don't want to be, you're over there paying for something. You don't want them to give you the wrong change or something like that. Like
Absolutely.
And it's simple math. It's pretty much, it's simple math. It's elementary math.
Yeah.
You always need it. You always need it. Yeah.
That's what's up, though. But you're way ahead of the curve. At 28,
Oh yeah.
bruh.
It takes a lot of cojones, you know what I mean, to do it. Yeah,
He knows no fear, that's why.
exactly. You know what I mean?
He has no
It's like
fear.
the advice that my boy told me. You know what I mean? You won't know until they jump into the water, or for example, like you won't know. Like for example, all this stuff that I have. So what if I don't have it? At least I said I had it. You know what I mean?
That's
Take
right.
it all. You know what I
It
mean?
could be gone tomorrow. I don't give
You feel like you could lose everything and
it's
start
okay.
over
It's okay.
tomorrow, but you think you could get it all back?
Because I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know.
That's
It's
dope.
you already know how to get there.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
right.
I had it once, you can get it back. None of this stuff matters.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Nope.
As long as you're healthy and stuff like that, you know
that's
what I
all
mean?
that
Take care of
matters.
yourself. That's another thing. Take care of
And
yourself.
spend time with your loved ones, bro. Because like we
Yeah.
were talking about,
Life's too short,
We've all
man.
lost like people that are close to us.
Life's
And
too short.
Yeah, one thing I realized, like I know when I go visit my dad or other people I lost at the cemetery.
Yeah.
Bro, like that week, all I think about is like life is short, and every decision I make, I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, make a good decision because you can only make a decision once.
You know what's crazy?
You know,
what's crazy that you know how you get super stoked about, you know, people. Okay, so there's a lot of people that talk smack, and there's a lot of people. Oh, you know what? You know, because people have different opinions. You know what I mean? Like for example, if you want to cremate your loved ones, or you want to bury them,
That's a hard
that's
conversation.
a very strict conversation. You know, I decided that I didn't want to cremate my dad. I wanted him right there. And then the people say like, oh, why have him there in the floor and why visit him now? What people don't know is that, like, you know, when me running the business, my dad's always been next to my side, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it's always going to be like that. The
Yeah.
way I still see it, I get to go visit him. And now it's like a good project now. I'm super stoked. I want to put like little things on it.
Yeah.
Me and my boy are trying to build a bench for
We're
him.
gonna
you know
build
what
the
I mean?
bench.
Jesus
Stay tuned.
Christ.
We're gonna put it on the Instagram. We're gonna build a bench.
Crazy,
dope.
crazy feeling. You get stoked like if you're building
Yeah.
a car, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
Super stoked, you know what I mean? So I'm like a little kid excited, you know what?
For sure.
It's
you
like
know,
keeping their legacy alive, bro.
yes. I get stoked, you know what I mean? Every time, oh, you know what? I'm going to go decorate this on my dad's grave. I'm going to go decorate. It makes you feel good inside, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
You're right
because
about that.
I stand in front of him and I have a conversation in front of him and he's talking back to me, you know what I mean? He's talking back to me. It's
To
crazy,
be honest, it's tough for me to go visit my dad there because he never wanted me to visit them there, right? But like a lot of people tell me, no, well, sell the cars. No, fuck no. Because he didn't want to sell the cars.
Yeah.
So when I go and start the cars or whatever the fuck, I put gas in it or like jump start it, that's what he wanted because that's what
Nice.
he did.
Nice.
You know? So I don't want to sell cars. People like,
Nice.
sell cars. The fuck do I want to sell cars for?
Exactly.
I don't need to sell the
Right,
cars.
sell your
right?
mama's car, you know what I mean?
Right? They're worried about, oh, well, you pay insurance, you pay, who cares?
Yeah.
It's deeper than that.
Why do you worry about it when I don't?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah,
Exactly.
it's one of those things. But yeah, you know.
You gotta find something to keep like the legacy alive. You know, like they're like,
Well, you know what to keep alive.
you know what's keep alive, yeah. And then,
yeah.
It's the little things that
There's a little
happen.
bit, yeah, and it's
It's
important that everybody deals with shit differently, bro.
Yeah,
like some
exactly.
people might think you're not hurting or you're not,
No,
you know,
we
but
all
they don't
show
know.
different.
Yeah, we all show like grief differently,
Yeah.
bro.
And
it hits
It's
you in a
different.
different type of way.
Exactly.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
But, like
For
I said,
sure. And you don't have to like sit there and cry. Why cry now that they're gone? You should have cried when they were here. Don't cry now. If you cry when they're gone, you regret something.
Yeah, so if you
Exactly.
guys got parents, visit them often.
Yeah,
Spend time
exactly.
with your family because
sure.
when they gone, you don't
that's
regret
it.
not spending more time. That's it.
That's when they're gone, they're gone.
That's something I say,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
If you have your dad and your mom, you are
Blessed.
so fucking blessed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
For sure. Wow. It's a long but short time. We appreciate everybody coming through and watching us. It was a great conversation. It was more like a friendship because that's
Yes,
what we are,
sir.
you know?
That's exactly what it
It
is.
wasn't an interview and none of that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
We thank you guys, everybody. Thank you, Andrew, for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Great deal. We
It's
want
an
to have
honor,
you
you know what
back.
I mean?
We gotta have you back.
Oh, yeah.
with
Let's
more
get it.
cars.
Let's get it.
You got
Oh, yeah.
a lot of cars.
I'll bring different cars. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
This is the cherry on top real
That's
quick.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is that cherry on top. But I
You
will
gotta
bring
plug your artist for sure because
Yes,
we gotta get
sir.
some artwork
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So if you weren't our friend when you
You
came on
will
the
be.
podcast, you're gonna leave our friend.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man. Let them know where we can find you on social media or
Just hit
Yeah.
that follow on Instagram. Smiley's Empire Tires and Wheels. Smiley's _ It's a long one. But as soon as you type in Smiley's _
see
it'll
it.
pop up like that.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
pop up like that. It'll
Yeah,
pop up
yeah.
like
Hit
that.
the
Hit
same
that follow.
service.
Hit that follow. And like I said, we do everything, you know what I mean, the best we can. We're aiming to please, you know what I mean? Like I said, we're not gonna please everybody, but you know, we do the best we can. And hey, let's get her done. You know what I mean? Whatever you guys need, brake jobs, alignment, suspension, new tires, used tires, we do all. We lift trucks, we lower cars, we do it all. You know what I mean?
We could go out pipe, but we could go out.
Exactly. Let's get it.
Real
Yeah,
low,
buddy.
low, low.
Yeah, buddy.
Every day.
Yeah, buddy.
buddy.
Blessed.
That's my boy said, yeah. All right, so we got to end it with this. What's on your feet?
What's on your feet?
What's on your feet? What's on your
I got
feet?
some. These are the Jordan 11s. They're the Contours, and they're the ones with the 45 in the back.
2018.
2018, right? Because the previous ones had the 23. So these are the Contours with the 45 on the back. Jordans. Well, you got some. You got the same. You got some 11s.
So yeah, I got 11s. I got the Breads. These are the I don't know what year. I think they're a few years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the Breads. It's a stiff shoe.
Yeah.
It's a clean shoe.
Nice, nice, nice.
My boy Andrew.
What you got on your feet?
Cool. Check this out. I got something that's guaranteed to make you run faster and jump higher. Yeah, I got that PF Flyers, baby.
That's
Let's get her done. You know what I mean? Let's get it done all day. The PF Flyers
clean,
out there
bro.
from Sandlot. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Guaranteed to make you jump higher and run faster. If you want to dodge a dog, let's get it. You know what I mean? Or if you just want to step on the gas real quick, you know what I mean?
You guys know about PF Flyers? Check them out. They're not Converse.
PF Flyers, no.
PF Flyers.
PF
It's
Flyers,
different.
baby.
OG. Gangster shit.
PF Flyers. Let's get it. You know what I mean? PF Flyers.
Until then, we are off and out of here on this beautiful Friday night because we got to go get pretty and beautiful and go out, get our drink on. That's right. Get pimp, little pimp. Peace.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got underneath the hood of this bad boy. God damn. Look at that. Oh, my God.
Spit shine. You know what I mean? You gotta spit it. You know what I mean?
But like that's the thing about Fords. And like, even though it's a 1970, the engine fits like a glove.
Yeah.
Right?
This thing, she was tight. So if you guys look right here, for example, right here, she did have shock towers before, and now in this particular year, they had an edition where it had the 351 Cleveland in there.
Right.
And it originally came like that. I had to remove the shock towers in order to get this animal in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She is an animal. Everything. I think my boys out there for helping us out, making it happen. You know, little things. It still has like manual brakes and stuff like that. It also has a hydro e-brake for drifting and stuff like that. Because every once in a while I get a little crazy.
Is the manual brakes better for drifting?
You know what? That is a good question because me being the fact that I drift my 350Z feels more comfort. You know what I mean? It's all comfort.
More control?
Yeah, more control. It helps you out.
You feel it better.
Yeah. It feels good. Brother,
So what year is this motor?
This one is first gen off of this. Thanks to my boys at Papini's Garage, which,
where they
later
located?
on, they're right down the street, as a matter of fact.
Oh, really?
Commerce. Yeah. Cool cats. They're twin brothers that have their own business as well. They helped me out, tune it and stuff like that. SoCal rods, they helped me put it inside. And then Stengel, the shop right down the street that owns the powder coating shop.
Okay.
Helped with build as well. So it's been to multiple shops, you know what I mean? That's the reason why I'm enjoying it. If you guys see that the paint, there's faded and stuff like that, this is a 12-year-old paint job. I'm not planning on sticking in a paint job because of the fact that I love driving it. She's not a garage queen.
It's not a fucking trailer queen.
Yes, exactly. True story. I have a buddy of mine, for example, this is what I meant. I have a buddy of mine that I guess he had a like cherry red 6'4" Impala, and he had a signature that they knew whose it was. It was Rudy's car. So it had Rudy and then it had a signature. And this is a story that blew me off my mind that, convinced me I'm going to daily drive this car every day. I'll not every day, because after riding it after a while,
it's a little difficult.
Being the fact that it has coilovers and racing suspension and stuff like that, it's just a tough ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is a quick story. So this guy used to drive his car inside the garage, had carpet on it, would lift it up, put it on jack stands, and put a car cover over it, right? So Rudy's car was special to him. He wouldn't sell it at all. Now, one day, my boy sees somebody else is driving Rudy's car. And they're like, what's going on here? I mean, that's my boy Rudy's car. And the guy said, his response, being a little cocky, his response was, you know what? I just got with this female and she said I can drive it whenever I want. So he calls up Rudy's phone like, hey, who the hell, if you're super overprotective. And then, his girl answered and she was like, oh, well, you know what? Rudy passed away 2 months ago. So that's pretty sad, you know what I mean?
Because you never know who you're saving it for.
Exactly. Why leave it for someone else can enjoy it, you know what I mean? And this, like I told my kids, this is the car, that you're not allowed to sell, you know what I mean? I'm going to hand it down to you guys. I got 2 of them. that they're not allowed, you know, especially since my dad passed away. I got a 1970 Datsun that we're fixing up for him, and my son wants to start driving that for his high school car, and we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Damn. So like saying in Spanish, nadie sabe para quién trabaja.
Exacto.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
That's right. And we're gonna build a bench for.
Oh yes,
that's right.
Dad. Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
We're gonna build a bench.
So unfortunately, I don't know what date it is, but on the 13th, you know, something hit me hard on Tuesday the 13th. My dad passed away, which is what I have him right here. I did a 13-hour sesh, nonstop right here. And then my dad's favorite song was La Raza from, you know, Frost.
Yeah.
So my dad right there, you know, looking up, down on me and stuff like that, taking care of me and stuff. That's his 5'10" right there. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, so I did
That's badass.
13-hour session.
Whoever
you know,
did, whoever.
Oh, you know what? My boy. Yeah, good thing. Daniel. I'll give you guys his link and stuff like that. That way you guys hit him up with any artwork he did. Matter of fact, that's talking about the Stangle right there.
Oh, man. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get that so we can flex.
That's right. God.
This guy right here, you know what I mean? You start it, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it jiggles, it wiggles every time you gas it, you know what I mean?
rumble.
Right next to my grandpa, you know what I mean? Who left me the car, and my dad as well.
Say.
But other than that, you know, everything's done up. Everything's pretty much brand new. The only thing that's not is the chassis, but it has total cost involved, suspension, 4-link all the way halfways. It has coilovers all the way around, disc brakes. It has power steering, AC and heater. This is a car that you could just get up and go to Vegas if you'd like. You know what I mean? No hesitation. All you do is just gas and that's it. Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. This car right here, all the interior was done. The only thing that I did not touch at all was the headliner because of the fact that my grandpa did it out there in the shop.
Oh, okay.
He put it on himself, and that's my special that you know what, he had his own touch on the car. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm gonna leave that as is, even though it looks all, you know, it's white, but it's like faded and stuff like that. I don't care. You know what I mean? That was my grandpa's touch on this car, and I'm gonna leave it as is. It's been, like I said, it's been through a lot of wheels, a lot of rims.
What do we have right here?
Yep. What I'm running basically right now is 19 setup. It looks pretty clean. We don't want to put 20s because, you know.
I keep them clean though.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
there you go.
Right.
I got some 19 by 9.5. People ask me, oh, why don't you put 3-piece wheels and stuff like that? You know what? There's nothing wrong with ESR.
Nope.
Actually, these wheels, these single-piece wheels, being the fact that I actually drive it, if I hit a curve or something really hard enough and I break that 3-piece wheel, I'm like, it's gonna hurt me more. You know what I mean? And owning in the shop doesn't mean like, oh, you know what you get? No, it's still money down the drain. You know what I mean? I'd rather replace one of these wheels than a 3-piece wheel. And not talking bad on 3-piece wheels. You know what I mean? Which we deal with them all the time.
All the time.
I got 19 by 9.5 in the front and 19 by 10.5 in the rear. It's a pretty deep dish. It's I got tire wise is 245 4019s in the front, and the rear is 295 3519s in the rear.
Sick.
But she's a
monster.
Yeah, she's an animal. She's an animal. She's an amazing machine.
Driver.
Yeah, she's a driver. Exactly. Let's get her done.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep.
Sick.
Everything works. Horn. I got a Nardi steering wheel, tilt steering wheel, steering column, and it's a little bit of everything. Like I said, I own one of each brand, Ford, Chevy, and everything. Right now, it has Chevy bucket seats. You know what I mean? Off of a Camaro, off of a '68. The color of this car is something I never told anybody, which it doesn't matter to me. It's off of a Stingray. It's the charcoal gray of the Stingray. I believe it's a 2008, I believe it is.
What color was it originally?
It was like a faded baby blue. You know what I mean? It was always And then what else? Oh, the steering column is a Chevy as well. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, the steering column is a Chevy. Lots of little things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me see if I can open it and lower down the window. Hold on real quick. Stangle.
Oh, Stangle.
Yeah, Stangle. And it's right here. You'll see it here. You know what? Let me move my sweater and stuff real quick. You'll see it right here on the back of the license plate right there. The Stangle. Yeah. And people ask me, you know what I mean? I got a buddy of mine that he asked me, he was like, hey, where can I get the sticker? You know what? Me and my kids started that. Like, Team Avila Drift. It's one of those things that we did. You know, it's
That's your last name.
yes, sir.
right.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Something. It's a little thing that we did. You know what I mean?
Sure.
A lot of people, not talking bad of what is it, car clubs or nothing like that. They've always asked me. It's just one of those things that I wanted to be a solo rider. You know what I mean?
You know what I think stoked, bro, is that you have a lot of like sentimental shit about your car.
Yeah. It's just one of those things that it's a hand me down. I know,
got
you know,
character.
yes, I had a whole bunch of, you know, I have a whole bunch of family members, cousins and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm a car fanatic. My grandpa saw that, you know what I mean? And I got a lot of cousins that love cars too, you know what I mean? I got, you know, one of them's a mechanic, you know, he's pretty good, you know what I mean? I got another cousin that he's going to start wrapping cars and stuff like that. I got another cousin, yeah. So, you know, we all got a little bit harder, you know. We're all car freaks.
Yeah, and that's what brings us together.
Exactly. I'm going to put this sweater in the back.
Right. You hear that? Yeah.
We love that sound, bro.
Woo. Damn. Sick. Woo. I blew my ears out.
My bad, fellas.
Ah, sick ass. Sick. Woo.
It's a little bit American muscle in it. You know what I mean?
Real American muscle right there. Cool. So, all right, let's talk about my car. I got a 2016 Dodge Charger Hellcat. Fully stock. The only thing that I have is the cold air intake. I do have a cash can that I haven't installed. I've had it for years. I'll throw it on there. But it's fully stock, you know. It's fast enough. It doesn't need to get any faster. It is red line red. It's a factory color. And that's it. I did the stripes. That's what we do, right?
Right.
And I did the splitter, obviously the aero kit. That's what we do as well. The wheels, they're well wheels, Lagunas.
Put them on there.
My boy Smiley.
Your body is getting done all day, every day.
That's right. Lagunas are on 20s. They're 9.5 in the front, 10.5 in the back. 275s in the front, 305s in the back. I did not get 315s because they are on back order.
Yes.
Nationwide back order. But eventually we will get them on 315s. A little bit more meat. It doesn't matter how much tire you get in the back. It's just too much power for two wheels. You cannot make a stick.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What aero kit is this?
Sinister Stripes right there, big dog. I got my side skirts that I make, fabricate, and install. We got the rear side skirt / rock guards in the back.
It's hard.
We got a diffuser and a wicker bill. That's what I make. We've done a lot of chargers, not all of them, because there's a bunch of them out there, but we've done a bunch.
Oh, that is nice. You know what I mean? That's a nice little touch. You know what I mean?
For my boy SP Mopar right there.
Nice.
You know, it is bagged, so it's the comfort of riding on air. You get to the show, you go boom, slam out. It's cool, but you know, it also has its difficulties.
Exactly.
You know? It got problems.
Exactly.
Obviously, you ride it on there, it's electronics. It's gonna fail eventually.
Yes.
Anybody that says it doesn't fail, you guys are lying. I'm on 3 fixed bumpers, fenders, I'm sorry. Don't lie, you ain't gotta lie to kick it. It still look good though. I still do it. I do it, I'm all.
We still keep them clean.
That's right. You know, that's right. We're not going over speed bumps.
Oh, yeah. So we can do it. You know what I mean?
You can hit a cone.
And you've seen them go through accidents and they're still surviving.
I've seen them go through
You know what I mean? You see cars hitting poles and shit, and that Sinister Stripe still holding tight. You know what I mean?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Nah.
The Sinister Stripe is still holding tight, baby.
That's crazy.
Hey, you see that? You should use that as your, you know what I mean? It's just like mine. Yeah, buddy. That Sinister Stripe is still holding tight. You know what I mean?
I try, but then like, there's a thin line between like using it as you're like, okay, you're marketing and then sounding too egotistic.
Yeah,
there's a thin line between that, you know, because you don't want to like shit on other people either, you know.
Exactly.
You kind of want to keep it.
No, but you know what? It's like a catchphrase. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, you know what I mean. You had that Mexican channel that you're like, oh, if you get in a car accident, call 555. So that's the reason why every single morning, true story. Oh, which reminds
that's all original.
We should run the B-roll every single morning. It's crazy.
Yes.
I've been following this dude almost a year, I think. Every single morning, he posts on his Instagram story this.
Yes.
Like, right? Like
that. Yeah, buddy. Good morning. Let me know what you guys need out here in 27610 Commerce Center Drive, Smiley's Empire Town Wheels. And then I show everybody as I'm walking in, you know what I mean? Come on real quick. Let me show you guys what we're working with. I physically show you as a car, the shop is full, you know what I mean? Showing you guys what we're doing, which either a car is getting a brake job or new tires or an alignment. And then we walk you all the way to the back. That this is how you know at the right spot. When you see that red banner, and then when you see the black and red flag sticking out like a sore thumb, remember we do the exact same things that big companies do at a way cheaper and affordable price. The exact same things that big companies do at a way cheaper and affordable price.
Dope.
Good. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Blessed.
For
Remember
sure.
that's dope.
Blessed.
That's what's up.
And you don't miss a day.
No, you have to. You have
Harder,
to.
it's just routine.
You know, it's just a regular routine. Even though when I'm having a good day or a bad day, you just have to remind yourself. It's like and not talking bad on big companies. True story, this is the reason why I did it, and this is the reason why. So one of my buddies, a follower, I forgot his name, I'm so sorry about that if you're watching. He was sitting at big old tires, like I said, not talking back on big companies. He was sitting at big old tires, and he was looking at, I guess they had, I remember the tire size like if it was yesterday, 195, 65, 15. Back in the day, it was a lot cheaper. They had it over there for 400 and some change, and he had a blowout, he had to go to work, and he was running late. So what it is he had an hour wait, and he's sitting down, he's already irritated because there was other customers that had appointments. So he's looking at Instagram through the stories, and my story pops up, you know what I mean? He's like, oh snap, it just clicked in, Smiley's. So he called me up, Smiley, do you have this tire size? 195 65 15s. And I was like, yeah brother, I got them here for 295 installed out the door. Sheesh, cancel my order, I'm on my way. And that's ever since then. I don't stop, you know what I mean?
You can't.
Every single day I give a different thing, you know what I mean?
You have to be fresh.
There's a saying in Spanish, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna say it, con miles problemas en la mente, pero con una sonrisa para la gente, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, so it's a good one. You got so many problems in mind, but you gotta smile for everybody and let them know, hey, what's going on.
I feel like
That's a good one.
Yeah, I never heard that one.
Yeah,
you as a business owner, because you can have like
so many problems, you know what I mean?
It's like I feel like we get so attached to our business, bro. Like,
exactly.
So like our mental is so connected. I know if I'm having like shit at home or feeling a little down, sometimes it's hard to come in and want to work. But then once I start working and doing shit, I feel better because like.
You know what? Good. You're not always going to be feeling great. You know what I mean? There's some days where, and you try to stay home. You don't want to get nobody sick. You got the flu and stuff. Yeah. You try to toughen right up because you know what? You got to open that door,
That's right.
There's a person that needs something,
that needs you.
Exactly. And this is the way I see it. My type of business isn't like a mall, not talking about a mall, isn't like a mall that somebody's just going to come inside and just, let's window shop or let's see. No, they're in there because they need something. You know what I mean? They need something. You get a flat repair. And there's some days that, we're not supposed to repair a flat that's almost bald, but you know what? We're trying to help out everybody the best we can. Mm-hmm. Sometimes their tire is super bald and it's past the tread pitch and they have no money and all they can afford is a patch. We will take care of you. You know what I mean? Right. And then when you're super close to an edge where you're not supposed to patch, like I said, we try to do the best we can. We let you know, like, hey, you know what, it's not safe and stuff like that, but we try to get you as safe as possible on the road. That's what we do it. You know what I mean? Safety is our number one priority.
Absolutely.
That's Smiley's.
Always. Going back to the badges, Overkill Garage, my boy Richard makes those. So if you need them, I'll let you know where to get them. You get them straight from him. I'm not going to make any money off them. He makes them. Big badges. That's right.
And you know what? It's cool because of the fact that if you think about it, let's say, I'm not saying that someone's going to be driving like, oh man, that's a huge badge, but it stands out more, If the badge originally comes like a lot smaller.
It's a small badge. Yeah. So that's what I thought. The factory's a small badge. It's a big ass fender, so I want it bigger, right?
Yeah.
So that's why
it gives it that clean touch, you know what I mean?
I still get the message. It's a fake Hellcat.
There's always going to be haters, like I said. You're never going to please everybody. There's always going to be a hater, but you know what?
Hey.
Those are the ones we love the
Doesn't
most.
sound
You know
like
what
when I
mean?
hit the gas or when I gotta pump gas.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, he's gas like a
You
crazy.
hear that Whipple, you know what I mean? Or
Woo!
that supercharger.
Hey, Whipple, you heard that? I need a
Yeah.
supercharger. Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Let's get
God
it. Let's
damn.
get it. Let's get it.
For sure. We gotta get a flag.
Yes.
We gotta get a flag. And then what else? We gotta get more merch.
We gotta
Gotta get more merch.
Yeah. But that's part of the game, though. That's what I'm saying. See, since you're barely starting, like when I got my business, you work with what you have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, you make
That's
it work.
Another
My
thing.
money, like I try to spend it on things like my main focus is like I gotta spend it on something that's gonna make me
Exactly.
money. Merch isn't gonna make me money right
Nah.
now. You know?
When I pulled up to my spot, it was a mess. It was a mess.
Yeah.
My machines were bad and everything.
Yeah.
And you know what? We just work with what we had. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is what I got. You know what? It is what it is. You can't start a business with, hey, you know what? I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that. Because when you least know it, your bank account's gonna be low. But guess what? You got that rent to pay. You got the building. You got the electricity to pay, and it ain't gonna cover itself.
It's expensive.
It is. Nowadays, everything is expensive. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Let's get it done. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah,
Game is supposed to be told, not sold.
Yeah.
that's right.
Take note. $1 million worth.
Another thing too. Another thing that I want to bring up to myself to everybody. A lot of people, and I get this a lot. You know, being the fact that I've been in business for a while. You know, and there's always going to be someone saying, "Oh, you know, well, this cat's a show off and this and that." You know what? I've struggled my whole life. And if I want to floss it, let's floss it, bro. You know
Don't
what I
hate.
mean? Yeah,
That's what it is.
I-
Because if I could do it, you could do it.
exactly. They're, you know what I mean?
It should be motivating people.
You know, when I had this event, my dad's view, and I heard it from multiple people, like, oh, you know what, this guy's just showing off and this and that. You know what? I'm trying to show my dad that, you know what I mean, I'm his only child, so I want to show him that, you know, hey, look what I've become.
Son did this shit.
I did it myself. You know what I mean? Like I did it. You know what I mean? No help from nobody. I had 3 jobs before this, and I worked my ass off for all this. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's nothing like somebody handed it to me, and if I want to floss, so what? You know what I mean? Look at this. I got a coyote under that hood. You know what I mean? And it's not a cheap build. You know what I mean? It did take a, you know.
Pretty penny.
Yes, a pretty penny. You know what I mean?
You bought a whole car for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, well, technically, you could buy a house with what I spent on that.
Chee.
Yes.
Chee.
Yes, technically. But like I said, you know what I mean?
Damn.
And remember this: life's too short. You know what I mean? You're not gonna take it with you, so why not enjoy it now? Why not enjoy it now?